What it is, what it do, cyber world. It is your girl, the one and only Ash Said It, ashsaidit.com, ashsaidit.com. Welcome back to the Ash Said It Daily Podcast Show. I appreciate you guys for all of your love, all of your support. Over 1,000 episodes, over 47 countries, and yes, over 500,000 streams worldwide. Would not be possible without you guys. So I thank you all for your love, your support, all the shares, all the likes. They make a huge, huge difference. Today, I am joined by, oh my goodness, I mean, this man has so many titles, you guys. I mean, just brand strategist, consultant, GQ Insider, blogger, model, just entertainment extraordinaire, the wonderfully talented entrepreneur himself, Joseph Lucido. Hey, Joseph.
Hi, stop. You're making me blush over here.
All I'm doing is just naming just everything that you do and just really just a smidgen of what you get into.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that wonderful introduction, and I am so excited to be here. Such awesome stuff that you've been doing with this podcast, and I'm really, really looking forward to just chatting and, sharing as much as I can with you and all the incredible people who listen to this.
Yes, definitely. All right, Joseph. So let our audience know, where are you from? Where do you represent?
So I am from Guam initially. I was born in Guam, but I grew up in North Carolina, so got those good Southern values. And what do I represent? Honestly, I feel like I represent the young professional who is trying to just follow what they want and achieve their goals and dreams. That's kind of my driving force behind all of the different things that I do and what really motivates me to succeed in those spaces.
Now, as a child, what was your dream career?
So I think my very first dream career was to be a hotel manager. So growing up on Guam, tourism is a huge, huge industry, and it was always such an experience to go to these like awesome hotels, these cool events. So that was my very first kind of goal. But from there, I got more and more into sports. So I really wanted to be like a professional athlete. That didn't necessarily turn out after playing some stuff in college. But as I grew up, I felt like there was always this calling for something fashion related. Like my mom used to dress me, and she was like obsessed with making sure me and my sister always looked like adorable, had these really cool outfits, all that stuff. And I think that kind of carried over to as I was growing up. So eventually in high school, I got really into fashion. There were some fashion related clubs, stuff like that going on at my high school. Is when I got more into modeling. From there, like going into college, I really fell in love with like magazines or editorial. So GQ kind of I thought was like the perfect place for me. Like men's fashion, be going every day to work, like in your best dressed outfit, and just getting to write about one of the things I really, really loved. But after interning for them, I kind of discovered that I wanted something a little different. So I still wanted to be involved with fashion, but I wanted that to be from more of a business perspective. So I went to UNC Chapel Hill, where I studied business and English, and I thought that business was just kind of this ideal avenue to kind of combine fashion, but then also combine my analytical mindset and my writing skills all into kind of one thing, where I could still be creative, but I was still also driving value for clients or for a company that I was really, really passionate about. So that's kind of from like wanting to be a hotel manager to how I evolved today into kind of my current career as like a consultant. It's been a really interesting road, but I feel like I'm still kind of going with what I want. I'm still able to chase my dreams and do what I'm really passionate about in a way that combines all of these things that have kind of been a part of my life for such a long time.
Yes. Wow. Now, as you were blending the two worlds, so business and fashion, and you were finding your own way of blending the two worlds, what were the obstacles that you faced?
There were a few. So coming in, I'm a consultant full time. So you come in and you are kind of the lowest person on the totem pole. You really have to do a lot to make yourself known and to let it be shown that you can add a lot of value, just because one of the struggles you face is youth. You are new in this industry. When I first started consulting, I was a 21-year-old in this industry where people have been working for 20, 30 plus years. And a lot of the time, they kind of see you as a person who's there to do a lot of the grunt work, which, totally fine with me. I'm down for hard work. Like, it's necessary to achieve a lot of the things you want to. But sometimes that kind of leads to your ideas not being heard or being as valued. So I think that was one of the struggles I initially faced.
Gotcha. All right, you guys. So we're going to take a brief break. When we come back, we're going to chat more with Joseph, and we're going to find out, some of his takeaways from New York Fashion Week 2018. We're going to jump into that. So you guys hang tight. We will be right back. You spend 1/3 of your life sleeping. Why not make it comfortable with Casper? Ash Brown here from Ash Said It Daily. Casper products are cleverly designed to mimic human curves, providing supportive comfort for all body types. When I'm touring around the world, there's always one important detail missing: my Casper bed. I can't wait to get home for a restful night's sleep. There's nothing like it. The experts at Casper work tirelessly to make a quality sleep surface that cradles your natural geometry in all the right places. The prices are affordable because Casper cuts out the middleman and sells directly to you. They're all designed, developed, and assembled right here in the U.S. Don't forget about Casper's 100-night risk-free Sleep On It trial. Get $50 towards select mattresses by visiting casper.com/ash and using ASH, ASH, at checkout. Terms and conditions apply. Get your Casper mattress for a restful night. Visit casper.com/ash. Promo code ASH. Welcome back to the Ash Said It Daily podcast show. I appreciate you guys for all your love and support. We're talking with influencer Joseph Lucido. And Joseph, so we're talking New York Fashion Week. What were some of your takeaways, your highlights of this epic annual event?
So, Fashion Week, another year, and it was insanity. Oh my gosh. So, just a little background. I've been either going to Fashion Week or in Fashion Week since probably 2012. So wow. I feel like I'm kind of a seasoned vet on this.
You're a veteran.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
A little bit. It's a lot. So the way it's kind of set up now is that men's Fashion Week is first. It's 2 or 3 days, so not a full week. And then it transitions into Women's Fashion Week, which actually lasts more than a week. Yeah. So in total, it was 10 crazy days of 15-hour days. So this year, I was in a few shows, and then I went to a ton of shows. So it was just insanity. I was up at 7 in the morning every day, probably out till 2 or 3 at night most days, but awesome stuff. Saw some really, really amazing collections, met a lot of really cool people that I had not met before, and just being in New York livens me up. So yeah. I feel like I wasn't even tired during the week, but at the end, I just wanted to sleep 2 days. For main takeaways in terms of fashion, I'd say one of the highlights for Men's Fashion Week was Chinese Day. So they had an entire day that was just devoted to designers from China. And I think when you hear about Asian fashion, a lot of it is more centered on Japanese fashion or Korean fashion, right, which are really hip, really cool and street. Yeah. But China definitely has a really strong perspective, and I thought some of their stuff was really, really cool. And I actually met Cameron Dallas, which was insane.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he was just there hanging out, and he sat 4 seats down from me. So I was just I can't pass up this opportunity. I have to go say hello to him.
Yeah.
And he was a cool dude. He was pretty cool. From Women's Fashion Week, I'd say that the diversity of the week in terms of models shows was so much better than in past years. So I saw for the first time a modest designer show at Fashion Week. So she had amazing stuff it was so fashion forward, but every inch of skin was covered. So it was so cool to see how her perspective translates to what a modern woman wants. I thought she was amazing. And another thing was that the models were just so diverse. There were tall, short, redheads, like every skin color you could want. And I think that's kind of been an issue in the fashion world recently that you can see is being addressed more and more. So I think those are some of my main takeaways.
Okay. Now, with your experience in the industry, and also having the experience on both sides of being a consultant, being someone that watches the industry, and also being a model in the industry, what are the chances of us seeing a line from Joseph Lucido?
I would love to do that. I think I'm really busy right now just in terms of work and trying to balance the whole influencer thing while also still trying to do modeling gigs. Yeah. But it's always been a dream of mine to have my own brand. So I actually reunited with one of my good friends a couple of weeks ago, and we're really seriously talking about it. So I think it'd be cool and a lot of work to start, but I think it is something I want to do maybe in the next year or two.
Okay. All right. Well, I just want to put it out into the universe. I want to be one of your first interviews. So I'm just putting that out there.
Oh, my God. Absolutely. So you will be the first one.
Just putting it out there, so it's out there. It's documented. You guys heard it first from Ash. Now, Joseph, where can people see you next? What are you up to?
So, first of all, definitely follow me on Instagram, joseph.lucido. That's daily updates, maybe a few times a day if I have the time. You follow me on Snapchat or Instagram stories to kind of get that, day-to-day, what I'm doing at the moment. But for an event, I'm actually going to be one of the hosts / representatives of Icon, which is an influencer convention in New York. Dates are still to be announced, but you'll be able to interact with a bunch of influencers who they're bringing, be able to buy stuff from these influencers that are part of their brand, their line, and then also just see some of their favorite influencers in action in cooking shows, in live demos, playing some of those game show games on the Ellen show. So it's gonna be really fun. And if you want more info, just follow my Instagram. I'm gonna have a lot more details coming up, but we'll be able to see each other, hang out, take some selfies, do whatever.
Cool beans. Now, what would you say has been your proudest moment?
I'm still pretty new in my full-time business career, but I think that after I finished my first year of working, it was just such this amazing sense of accomplishment. I have been at this for a year. I've exceeded expectations. I've performed really, really well, while still being able to do all the other things that I'm passionate about, while still being able to run my blog, while growing my Instagram, while doing modeling gigs here and there. So I think I was really proud that the balance in my life, I felt was something I'd achieved. And it was one of my concerns coming out of college, where you just have a lot more free time to do stuff, that if I would be able to kind of manage all these things I really like and really am passionate about. So I think after that year, I found my groove, found out how I can really balance all of these passions while still doing well at work and still, having that personal life that's really important. Yeah. So I think that's probably been my proudest moment in my career.
Gotcha. Last but certainly not least, what advice can you offer to any person out there that is aspiring to be an influencer?
I think my best piece of advice is that find your niche. So if there's something that you love and love posting about, that's what you should pursue being an influencer. And so for me, a lot of that is men's fashion. That's the thing I love. And that, I just loved it before I started on Instagram. That was my thing. So I think if you can find that thing that you're really passionate about, that will turn into something that you can be an influencer for. So you have to have your own voice. If you don't have a unique voice to what you're trying to influence in, then it won't gain traction the way you want it to. And I don't think you can do anything halfway. You really have to commit to it. So I think those are kind of my main pieces of advice. And I know it can be really hard to commit when, you have normal life going on. But I think one of the big takeaways I've learned over the past few years of being an influencer is that sometimes you have to sacrifice, sleeping in on that Saturday or going to some random event in order to write a blog post or to get more content that you need to post. So I think it's all about that give and take and kind of knowing where you can balance in your life to achieve what you want, if being an influencer is something you do want to pursue.
Sounds perfect. Joseph, thank you so much for joining us today. I appreciate you so very much. Your kind words of wisdom and, much more success to you. I know that you're technically not an AT alien anymore. But we still love you. We still love you. We definitely follow you. We support you. So keep pushing forward, 2018 and beyond. I see much more, bigger and better things for you. So claim it. Take charge of it. You got a lot of fans out here, a lot of people supporting you, and a lot of people that are looking forward to seeing you succeed your wildest dreams. So
thank you. It was great. I love being on here, and thanks to all of y'all.
No problem. And keep in mind, you guys, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them square in the face and tell them, don't believe me, just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. That's what we're doing this for. We're doing this for the history books. Social media is nice, but real life is so much better. Until next time, you guys.